here is the little cold start vibrations with the solid poly engine mounts from Z1 with a hybrid. Instantly, you can now feel the engine in the steering wheel, just barely. I mean, you probably can't even pick it up on camera, but you can feel it. And that's because it's super cold out, 30 degrees. So yeah, that's cold start. Cool thing about the hybrid is you don't really notice the vibes too much, because most of the time when you're at these RPMs, the car is actually off. It'll be in hybrid mode, just pure electric engine, or you know, you're above those revs because you're on the highway. I did notice some vibes going about 90 on the highway, starting to kind of translate through the wheel. I'm not sure if those are my tires going back, because I've been feeling vibes at those speeds forever now, so we'll see. I can do a little 0 to 60 run with the Z1 subframe collar bushings and the Z1 poly motor mounts. Start the engine up. I'm gonna just slap shift it into second because I have been having that slip problem still, which I think is my tires, so let's do this. Something I do want to say, the motor mounts have been creaking a little bit now that they're broken in. I feel like, look at this. It's like really just when you stop and then you go, there's a slight creaking sound. Not sure if I'm going to need to retighten them up or anything like that. They do feel like they provide a nice connected feel. Like there's really no hesitation or lag now, which I don't think was really a big deal to, you know, begin with the hybrid. And there is more vibration in the steering wheel when the car is not in EV mode, like maybe when it's in idle or when you first start the car in the morning, cold start. All right. All right, we're gonna try this again. This time traction control off, standard mode, because some people say you get more thrust. Gonna do the same thing, auto slapstick over, so let's go.
30. 60.
Slightly slower, 5.7 that time. With the rear the way it is now, with the Z1 bushings, it's a lot stiffer. And the front almost feels more, I don't know. The front almost feels more like washy. I may have to, you know, address that later. But the rear end is slightly stiff, maybe like, I don't know, 15-20% stiffer over bumps. I have stock suspension, and I really don't plan on changing that, so it's not that bad on road. It's still super daily. Like, you know, it's not gonna really bother you if you're gonna do this as a daily mod and you're on stock suspension. I highly recommend the Z1 rear subframe stuff, because it makes the car feel more connected and way tighter through turns. You know, with launches and stuff like that, I still having the issue when I take off from a dead stop. Sometimes it'll slip, like right there, slip. And I think hopefully it's just my tires. I don't know. I feel the pop in the transmission area and sometimes in the rear. Like it's almost like a thud. And I don't know if it's the clutches slipping because there's two clutches, or what's happening, or the drive shaft not putting the power down. It's super weird. Some people talked about the vehicle dynamic system, that there's two weird little switches under the brake pedal that still tells you whether or not you're holding the brake or not. And I don't know if that's what, you know, what I'm experiencing. Like I let off the brake, I give it full thrust, and you know, it slips because it thinks I'm still on the brake. Not exactly sure. However, you know, I've still been trying to track it all down and tighten up the whole drive line. That's why we're you know, doing these mods, and thanks to Z1 and a couple other vendors for hooking it up with some of the parts. Hoping to get that LSD from them soon, and a transmission mount, a solid one from Drop Bear Performance or LLC. Just gonna try this again, just pure manual mode. Let's see what happens in launch. Takes off, full power.
30. 60.
So slightly quicker that time. 5.53, which is a little quicker than I think I've seen some other times I've done it. So sometimes manual mode is really responsive, and other times, not so much. Going. See, no slip that time, just dead on. Yeah, so my whole complaint lately has just been not being able to reliably get the launches down. So I'm gonna try this again in manual mode, keep the engine running. I'm gonna try close to redline each shift and see if we can get a best time possible. So let's keep it running, go. Full thrust. Slip, see?
60.
Just not reliable, 6 seconds. Try that again, the shift was late. My big gripe hasn't been able to get the power down reliably in manual mode, because you're supposed to get the best shifts out of that. So I'm gonna try this again, try to get close to redline and see if I can get the shifts without slipping, and try to get the best time. So slightly let off the throttle, keep both engines running, full thrust.
30.
And again, a 5.6, so nothing super awesome. Slip. It's crazy, guys. I think it's my tires sometimes, because like right there it was almost felt like a rear wheel drive. It's these tires are definitely worn out. Getting new ones soon. Using Draggy for comparison, my elevation is almost 4,000 feet. It's 3,969, and my DA is almost 10,000 feet. So I know that affects my 0 to 60 time runs, but you know, like if I try to get on the power, connected that time, sometimes it's on point and other times not really. But even through that turn, I can tell my tires, yeah, we need more grip, and it's time to get new tires for sure. So overall, I really think the subframe collar bushings are a great mod. I'm not too sure about the engine mounts. I mean, they do add a little more noise and vibration, which I really, you can notice it. Fortunately, the hybrid is, on half the time, or it's in EV mode, so you don't always feel it through the wheel. But you will feel it. It feels a little more connected. Now, hopefully all this, together, once everything's dialed in with the other components, will make a huge difference and might not get the slip connected. Kind of say that's if you're thinking about that mod, it's worth the money. It's super cheap for the subframe collar bushings for the Q50. I think it's a must-have mod, regardless if you track or you just want it for daily performance. I think you should get the rear frame bushings. Stay away from the engine mounts if you don't want it to affect any of the comfort of the car. If you're okay with a little bit more vibration coming through the wheel, especially on the cold start, man, you can definitely feel it on the cold start. It's a little more vibration through the wheel. Go ahead and do it. I'm hoping, all in line, the whole driveline add-ons will make a difference. Either way, I still love this platform. I love this car. It's a lot of fun to drive. I'm just going all out, going all in, however you want to say it, with the Q50 Hybrid Platform. the sport platform that is. You know, I love this car. It's great. And yeah, let's see what happens with the lighter wheels and rotors and tires and some of the other stuff coming up. But thanks for joining, guys. Brief content today. I'll catch up with you all soon. Subscribe down to my channel below. Hit that bell notification so you get notified when my videos come out. And I'll catch you all soon. Peace.